Single-handedly, he's trying to do the same with 31. He's gone psycho.
Nicknamed the baby-faced assassin, the happy warrior, and probably the best shooter of all time, Steph Curry is one of the rare NBA greats who could always be seen smiling. He always said he plays better when he's feeling joyous. Hey, he even changed the way we play this game. A whole generation of kids is now imitating his moves, his famous half-court shots, and his step-back three-pointers. One scout filed a report about young Curry, far below NBA standard in regard to explosiveness and athleticism, extremely small, needs to add some muscles to his upper body, but appears though he'll always be skinny. Not a natural point guard that an NBA team can rely on to run a team. Well, I think he was wrong, won't you agree? 4 times NBA champion, NBA Finals MVP, all-time leading scorer in three-pointers, 2 times MVP of the league, 8 times NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star MVP. Should we continue? Steph Curry changed the way we play the game, but he also changed the way NBA players are viewed. There were always these muscular, serious guys who played as if their life depended on it. Curry started having fun playing basketball and showing his appreciation for the game. In the era of Charles Barkley and Charles Oakley, if you were smiling on the court, that was considered a weakness. But when Curry sinks in a half-court shot, you can feel his joy. You can feel the joy of the crowd, and basketball becomes a fun game, nothing more. Steph Curry had a generational effect on the game of basketball, making it more fun and more joyful. But there were times when Steph showed his warrior side, playing for the Warriors. He was often criticized as being too mellow, too soft, scrawny, and etc. But he would often prove haters wrong with his skills, his shots, and his infectious laughter. Let's see some of the examples where his game would speak for itself. Number 1. In our first example, the Warriors played against the Clippers on November 28, 2021. In the 40th minute of the game, the Warriors had a fast break, and Curry went for a layup. He was fouled, and he exploded on a referee, receiving a technical foul. Well, that just fueled him. On the next possession, he hit a 3, but referees called an offensive foul away from the ball. That fueled him even more. Instead of arguing and fighting like most of the NBA players, he decided he would calmly drain 3 unbelievable threes in just 75 seconds. After the last step-back 3, he threw up his own tech sign, referring to the referee who tried to throw him off his game. He finished with 33 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, and 6 steals. After the game, he said that the technical fired him up and his team. Number 2. In a game between the Warriors and the Thunder on the 20th of March, 2017, he got into a fight, dunked, and hit an FU 3, and that was just in the first half. Right before the first half, Samaj Kristen and Steph started shoving each other. They nearly got into a fight, with teammates interfering. As a result of shoving, they were given technical fouls. 5 seconds till the end of the first half, the ball was won over by the Warriors, and guess who got the ball? Draining a 3 in the last second of the quarter, Steph just casually sprinted toward the locker room, letting his shots speak for themselves. Number 3. Despite being born in Akron, Ohio, same as LeBron, he was not welcome in Cleveland, and fans constantly booed him whenever he would play there. But that all changed in the NBA All-Star game in Cleveland. That night, he was teammates with LeBron, and he still got booed. But as the game started, Steph started showing why he was so special. He drained threes from every possible position and put on a show for the crowd. He dropped 50 points, knocking down an all-star record 16 threes and winning the MVP award. His revenge was turning his haters into fans. Number 4. In Game 2 of the 2018 NBA Finals, at the end of the third quarter, Curry shot a desperation 3 that didn't hit anything. Upon returning, he tripped on the legs of Kendrick Perkins, a member of the Cavs who was sitting on the bench. They got into an argument, and Curry believed he intentionally tried to trip him. Curry has a history of ankle problems, so guess that's why he was so riled up. In the fourth quarter, he exploded, knocking down 5 out of his 9 three-pointers, scoring 16 points after the incident. Talk about motivation. Number 5. In 2019, during the playoffs, Chris Paul reportedly kicked Steph Curry out of the Toyota Center the night before Game 6 of the Western Conference semifinals. After hearing that Curry was scheduled for a 1-hour shooting session on the main court, Paul drove to the arena and took the whole court for himself. Steph even offered to share the court, but Paul declined. The next day, Curry finished the first half with 0 points. However, he exploded in the second half. He scored 33 points in the second half as the Warriors eliminated the Rockets in 6 games. After the game, while celebrating with his teammates in front of the locker room. Curry explained, "Kick me off the court again, boy." He was furious. That much is obvious. Number 6. One of the toughest and most annoying defenders in the league, Patrick Beverley, had his fair share of beef with Curry, trying to provoke him. In the 2016 playoffs, they got into a fight after Beverley fouled Curry aggressively. In the 2020 playoffs, the Warriors played against the Clippers. In the second quarter, Curry grabbed the offensive rebound. He got fouled and flexed. Beverley didn't like that and tried to grab the ball, but Curry wouldn't have it. Beverley wouldn't let go and pushed him, and they started arguing. Both players got double technicals. Curry ended the argument with a smile, but we know what that smile means. In that second quarter, Steph scored 15 points. He scored 42 in total, and he scored a game-winning layup that decided the game. Retaliation. Number 7. When you're young, you think you can do everything, but let me give you one advice. Don't trash talk Steph Curry. That was the mistake that Kevin Porter Jr. made. Steph Curry was really struggling this year, shooting 29% from the three-point line. Then Kevin Porter Jr. did something that Stephen A. Smith rephrased as, "Don't poke the bear." You don't talk trash to the greatest shooter of all time. Steph scored 21 points in the fourth quarter, 40 points overall in the Warriors' victory over the Rockets. That was the first time that season that struggling Curry went over 40 points. When asked about Kevin Porter Jr.'s trash talking, Steph casually remarked, "I take it all as entertainment. Sometimes you need a little boost." And boost he got. Number 8. In January of 2016, the Golden State Warriors played the Cleveland Cavaliers. It was the last year's finals rematch. In the first quarter, after a switch, Curry guarded LeBron and hooked onto him. LeBron, not being able to free his hands, shoved Curry to the ground. Steph, being himself, just shrugged off and continued playing. And boy, did he play. He kept draining threes and scored 35 points in just 3 quarters. The Warriors returned to the floor where they won the NBA championship and embarrassed the Cavs with a 34-point victory. When Stephen Curry takes over, the air in the arena becomes magical. Everything is possible. He became so famous for his shooting skills and his pre-game warm-up routine that other franchises have begun opening their arenas early so fans could come and witness his routine. About that, he said, "That turned out to be a test for me. When thousands of people show up early, that starts to feel like the game. I've had to learn to control my emotions and energy because you get going, you make a couple long shots in a row, there are some oohs, and then the next thing I know, I'm in a full sweat. One time in Memphis, I made 3 40-footers in a row. Our fans were going crazy. Then I missed one, and all the Grizzlies fans started going crazy. You suck. Can't hit 4 40-footers in a row." We can all agree that Steph Curry changed the game, not only because of his shooting skills, but also because his love, joy, and passion for the game is something that should be the guiding principle of every sports professional. When he gets mad, he just gets buckets, and a lot of them. Better than brawling, in my opinion.